We'll take it.
So I was thinking, looking back at the games on Thursday and Friday, I thought I saw some good basketball from your team.
Yeah, we're getting better, and we're progressing. Guys are playing hard. We're competing. So we'll just continue to do that. We'll continue to, come in and try to win each and every day.
And what do you feel like y'all have started to make some real progress on the defensive end, knowing that a lot of that is just like having guys have understanding how to play together. And
What's the first part of the question?
defensively, where have you seen kind of the progress with these guys as they learn how to play together?
I think it was prioritizing, what do we want to take away, and what's some of the things that we're willing to live with. So starting with protecting the paint, not allowing teams to get into our paint, get easy baskets, get to the free throw line, making sure that we contest shots. So we're willing to give up a ton of contested shots, but not teams walking into our paint and scoring on us. And we got to do a better job in transition. So once we brought more clarity to the group that's been on the floor, they've been doing a better job of going out with the intentions of protecting the paint, contesting at a higher rate.
Was CJ able to go through a full practice today?
CJ went through practice today, yes.
That's got to feel like a positive sign with and all this, right?
It is. Yeah, we're getting some guys they're moving better. They're improving. We don't have quite the time and days that they'll be ready to go, but they're progressing, and that's definitely a good sign for us.
So you don't know his status for Dallas or Cleveland yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
You guys were last week. The 4 games you played, you were first in rebounding percentage and second in offensive rebounding percentage. What do you attribute to that to? Is it a team thing? Is it just individual guys doing a good job rebounding?
Yeah, it's definitely a team thing, but it's something that we've talked about for quite some time now, even going back to last season, is doubling down on offensive rebounds. It gives you quality shots. Usually you're getting a layup or a kick-out three, and then it stops teams from being able to get in transition on you. So hopefully we can continue that trend. It's been very helpful for us, and it gives us more shots on goal.
Even JRE both were in the top 10 in offensive rebounds over the last few games. What do you like about what those two guys have been doing?
Being aggressive, understanding that when shots are missed, especially long shots, it'll be around free throw line. Eves is doing a great job being competitive down there, going after second chance opportunities. And we're really doubling down with any of our guys. Anybody below the free throw line sort of has the license to go after those shots if they see fit.
There's so much offensive production currently sidelined for you guys. How much has Jalen Novell helped you guys off the bench especially? He seems very aggressive whenever he gets the touches out there.
He's been great. He's been coming in. We're throwing a lot at these guys, and he's been handling it well. He's been progressing game by game, and we like what he's been bringing so far.
A critical part of the Lakers game, LeBron switched Messi onto him. He wanted Messi, and he hit that pull-up. I asked him after the game, hey, what would you have done differently? He said, probably get my hands up. You as a coach, what's kind of your coaching points on that specific situation for Eve?
Exactly what he said. Get a stick hand up. As he gets more experience in the NBA, he'll learn guys' tendencies. LeBron is really good when he has the ball on the left side. On the left side of his body, it usually means he wants to pull up. On the right side, he's probably driving. So having an awareness of tendencies for him, he'll get better at that as he sees these guys more and more. But the one thing he can take from that is get a stick hand up, make him have to shoot over a contested shot.
Last couple of weeks, it seemed like you've been more mindful of just coaching guys up on little stuff like that during the course of the game. Is that something that you've been trying to do more of with a lot of these younger guys in the rotation, just being more hands-on during games?
For sure. It's a part of, sort of the bright spot for me is I get to continue to coach these guys. We're all growing and learning together. And that's fun for me to come in and teach our younger guys how to continue to improve their games, how to contribute to being a successful team. Look, we want to get some wins out of this and try to weather this storm as we go through it. But these guys are receptive to coaching and teaching, and they're going out and playing as hard as they can.
With Dallas coming up, they have one of the better backcourts in the league. What does the focus have to be on limiting the production there?
We got to outcompete. We have to be physical defensively, and then we got to attack them on the offensive end. Anytime we can get get those guys to take contested shot they miss, or we can get steals and deflections. Transition has been one of our better offenses, so trying to attack those guys as well.
And it's the second NBA Cup game. How much conversation do you have with your team about that? Obviously, you want to win every game, but is there a little more added on top of those ones?
It is. We try to say it's just another game, but it's a little more added to these Cup games. The guys understand that this is a great opportunity for us going into Dallas. We won one so far, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully we can go in, be prepared, and try to go after another one.
And how much is DeJounte able to do at this point? And I guess this is a hand. Is the hope that his ramp-up period won't be as long as some of the other guys?
He got on the floor today and did some work on the floor, some shooting, some ball handling. So he's still progressing, but not quite yet ready yet for contact.
When JJ were teammates, I believe, on the Clippers, do you guys ever talk just about, like, I don't know, what it's really like to be an NBA coach, or like kind of just share stuff about coaching and stuff like that?
Yeah, we did. We talked this summer in Vegas. After the game, we had a good discussion about, just our playing days and now, being fortunate enough to continue being in the NBA as coaches. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see guys that I've played against, and we're all, getting old now, but we can still contribute to the game by being coaches and giving back to these guys that we get an opportunity to impact. So we talked a lot about that and just the different styles, philosophies, what we're adding, where we're growing, and it's really a lot of fun.
Was Herb or Hawk able to do anything in practice today?
Hawk did a little bit in practice. Not Herb, though, not today.
What are the additions of Klay Thompson and Najee brought to Dallas?
Klay Thompson, that is what it is. Like we all understand what he brings to a team. He's a seasoned vet. He's a champion. He's a guy that can space the floor. He adds a ton of value to their locker room with his character. I had spent 3 seasons with him. Najee, same thing, high character. He's playing aggressive defensively. He brings speed on the offensive end, a willing passer. They got 2 really good players this season, and I think in the long run it's going to make their team better. But just not hopefully Tuesday. Tuesday we don't need them to be better, but they'll end up being better in the long run.
All right, CJ, where are you at right now in getting back on the court? Coach said you were able to practice today.
It was no contact practice today, but I'm getting close. I'm in the return to play protocol right now where I'm doing 5-on-5. I got 1-on-1 coming up, and then we'll go from there. I don't think they put a timeline on when I'm going to return, but I'll be back soon.
He did not.
I'll be back soon.
CJ, where did you sustain that injury, if you know?
I don't know. I just, in the Golden State game, felt some discomfort. And I'm not that fast anyway, but when I tried to run, I was, feeling discomfort, feeling a little pull, a little stretch that was unusual, but I'm not sure. At some point in the Golden State Warriors game, the first one.
When you joined this team, you didn't go through the first half of the year where they started 3-16 or whatever, but you helped them, make the play-in and make the playoffs. Are you guys still looking at it like that's very much within reach? Like, postseason stuff is within reach?
Yeah, we got to get healthy first. I think that's the thing that everybody's looking at is, when are we going to be healthy? When we're going to be able to put, our best players on the floor consistently. We haven't been able to do that. And our reality is that we've lost a lot of games. We still have a lot of games left to play. And teams go on runs in either direction. And for us, I think we're playing better basketball now. It's about getting healthy, continuing to bring guys along, guys that, have had a chance to kind of play extended minutes, have been able to show what they have to offer, which is great for their development, but also for our team. And for us, once we get back, we got to take it one game at a time. But we got to win at a higher pace than normal in order to have a chance. And I think we're all aware of that. And this is when it really matters in terms of beating teams you're supposed to beat earlier in the season. You can't lose to teams that have no chance of making the playoffs. You got to have those games because when you get in this part of the schedule where you got Dallas, you got Cleveland, who ain't lost a game yet. You got the Warriors, who are best team, best record in the West right now. Knicks coming up. We got Pacers. You got a lot of teams that are good, and this is a part of the schedule where it gets difficult. So you have to win the games you're supposed to win and be competitive in the others. And I think we're heading in a good direction. Hopefully, bodies start coming back in the next week or so.
How tough has it been when you come in expecting the team to look one way and then basically everybody gets hurt and it's like a completely different team the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a team get so many injuries at once to so many guys that are that important to a team. Usually it's one or two, and you kind of figure it out, and that's difficult. But, you're talking 7 guys, 8 guys who are all in rotation, a lot of guys that are starters. You're missing essentially the highest paid players on the team besides BI, right? All at once, I think it's difficult. But Coach has done a great job of kind of keeping us together. Younger guys have played well. They obviously Boston, some of those guys who even weren't on the roster to start the season are playing impactful minutes and developing. But we got to get it together fast. We got to start winning games, and we got to get healthy. Within reason, right? Guys shouldn't rush back, but whenever they're ready and they hit the ground running, we're going to need every game.
You mentioned him. What you been able to, I guess, just feel what Brandon Ingram has been able to do?
He always could hoop. I think that's what people don't understand. Like, he always had game. He was a McDonald's guy. He was at Kentucky for a reason, and now I think he's mature. He's starting to understand the NBA game better, his pace, the way he's getting to his spots, and some of it is opportunity. You get drafted to the Clippers, you ain't gonna play a lot as a young player, so a lot of it is opportunity. But there's a lot of guys that are talented, and you're seeing that in him, a talented guy who's worked on his game, done things the right way in terms of preparation. He works on his body. He's doing the little stuff that's important for longevity in the league, and then obviously the game is speaking for itself on the court.
The other Brandon can hoop as well, man. What he's been able to do
great. I just told him today, man. He's been a man amongst children in terms of his approach, in terms of the consistency. Obviously, he's shooting more threes. He's passing. He's defending. He's having to carry a huge load, and in spite of what kind of went on this summer, all the questions, all the contract stuff, he's been very professional and has showed up every day. And I'm proud of him for the way he's approached this season.
It's not easy to do, is it?
No, it's not. And for a young guy who's becoming a young man now, he's an adult now. I think he showed maturity in his work ethic, maturity in leadership, how he leads around the team, and his vocalness, but also his ability to adapt. Like, he's had to adapt to us all playing together, us not being there. We want him to shoot more threes. There's all these things being asked of him, and he's done it all and continued to hoop. And I think Willie said it. Where are we if he's not playing at a high level this season?
What stood out to you about Willie's approach during these past couple of weeks when he's just trying to figure stuff out night to night?
He's always even keel. Coach Willie is always steady. He was steady when the Titanic was kind of sinking when I first got here. A lot of losses in a row. BI was hurt. There was a lot going on with the team, and he was always steady. He always said that we'd turn it around. And I think this is different, similar but different, because so many guys are hurt. We know we got potential to be really good, but we got to put it together and we got to be healthy. And I think the tide's going to turn. And I joke with Z, winter is coming. It's going to get better for everybody soon.
CJ, what's one positive you can point to maybe over the last week or so where it's not getting enough press, not enough people are talking about?
Gosh, it's hard to talk about a lot with you four and whatever we are. Yeah. So I wouldn't say.
Like a development.
Yeah, I think guys are getting better. The games are competitive considering where we're at. We're in games against some of the best teams in the league. Played well against OKC for 3.5 quarters. Played well against the Lakers for almost full quarters outside of the last minute or so. We didn't execute as well as we would have liked, but you can see the growth and the development. But we got to stack wins now.
So what's the process been like for you? You were playing through that back injury for a little while, and they decided to shut you down. Just what have you been trying to do just to get back right?
Just a lot of rest, a lot of treatment. Been coming back slowly, doing things, doing a lot of stretching, trying to get my back loose, get my core stronger, so I don't gotta release my back too much. Just trying to avoid what happened last time, where I just started playing and start just tightening it up, start spazzing on me. So, yeah.
So how you feeling now?
I'm feeling good now. Doing my back to play progress. Should be back really soon. Not really a set date yet, but.
George, do you remember when you initially did get hurt? What play maybe it was or anything like that?
No, I've been having back problems since college, but this is probably the worst it's been. So, yeah.
And when you were playing, trying to play through the pain, is it like during the game you get some back spasms? Sometimes?
Yeah, it was bad. Some San Francisco game. That's where I really started. That's what really started spiraling. I was in a lot of pain. That Indiana game, I was in a lot of pain. So yeah.
What's it been like for you as far as trying to stay patient? I'm imagining you probably haven't had a stretch like this before where you've been sidelined for practice.
No. It's really my first time being hurt. So, it's been tough, but I've been being patient, not trying to rush anything, not come back too fast, so I can mess my back up again and get worse. I'm just being patient, listening to everything they're saying, doing the best that I can to get back on that court. So.
During this stretch where the team's been down so many different bodies, what have you seen from some of the guys that have been playing?
I mean, these last 2 games, I've been really happy with how we played. I think we're competing at a really high level. So I just think if you just keep competing, keep playing as a team, I think we'll be fine.
You were kind of playing when it first started, but how crazy has it been just seeing like so many of the guys at the top of the rotation out all at once?
Honestly, I've never seen something like this before. Honestly, but everybody out in our rotations hurt is pretty crazy. So we're just taking it one step at a time. Guys started to come back. We got one of the best training staffs in the league, so I'm not worried about it. I think those guys are going to come back healthy, come back right, and don't need to rush it because this is their bodies. Got to take care of your body. So.
Do you still feel like there's a belief within the locker room, like, hey, once we get right, we can get back in the playoff race?
Absolutely. I don't think that's in any of our heads right now that we're not making the playoffs. So I just think we're just waiting for everybody to get healthy. And so, yeah.
What's it been like for you guys to see Eve do what he's been able to do and go against some of the players he's faced?
It's crazy that, what pick was he? 21? It's crazy that he fell to 21. I think, me personally, I think he could have been taken off number 1 on the board. So we got lucky. We're happy to have him. He's been, you can see the growth from just summer league. He's gotten so much better. So I'm proud of him.